We've had a remarkable run here, but we should be under no illusions. This market's being carried on the backs of everything related to artificial intelligence. This week, we got a ton of good news on the AI front, and those stocks all marched higher almost in lockstep. It all started Monday with Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. We learned that Apple's partnering with OpenAI to bring the best artificial intelligence to the iPhone 16. Of the older models, only the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will be able to take advantage of it. So you can expect a monumental upgrade cycle, one of tremendous proportions. And that's what many investors were waiting for. It's why the stock caught fire after an initial wave of misguided selling. Then on Tuesday night, it was Oracle's turn. As part of its quarterly earnings announcement, Oracle gave an incredibly bullish presentation about its data center build-out, and the stock just soared. Lots of tech companies led by Microsoft and Google are partnering with Oracle to grow their generative AI offerings. Wednesday, it was Broadcom's turn. The $800 billion company that many of you have not heard of has moved aggressively to provide equipment for the data center, including when it amounts to the plumbing that connects Nvidia's chips to the enterprise. This charitable trust holding blew the doors off investments for its AI business, and that's all that matters to the stock, not the near-term earnings or sales, which, by the way, did miss the street's projections. Then last night, it was Adobe's turn. They made it clear that generative AI has been a huge help. It's not a competitor, for heaven's sake, to its digital media and marketing business, and that's why its stock, which has been under tremendous pressure, it rallied more than 14% today. The pin action from these developments allowed other stocks with a strong AI presence to keep creeping higher. And as usual, the biggest winner of them all was, you got it, come on, say it, it's Nvidia, which has emerged as the king of both accelerated computing and generative AI. Out of nowhere, it's giving Apple and Microsoft a run for their money in terms of market capitalization. So much of this market depends on Nvidia's chips. Sometimes you got to wonder if this one stock, Atlas-like, can support the entire move. Now, I know one person who actually doesn't think it's possible, at least at this point. And that's the legendary Larry Williams, the dean of all market historians, who's nailed so many tops and bottoms in the show that we have to take his musings very seriously. So here's a chart. Now, don't get scared when you see this, because there's a lot of ways to look at it. Here's a chart that combines the current most dominant cycles in Nvidia's share price. And to Williams, they paint a pretty clear picture of negativity. Now, remember, this meant that, okay? So you're looking forward here. He points out that cycles seldom paint a perfect picture. Yet he says they still capture an overall view of the landscape, and when it comes to Nvidia, his cycle forecasts tend to be pretty accurate. If Larry's right, Nvidia's putting in a top right here, okay? That's why I'm presenting tonight, right now. Yeah, and the decline, he thinks could last till July, end of July. Now, I'm in two minds about the stock. I don't want to give back any of these incredible gains we had for the charitable trust. And by the way, it's not really a gain until you take it, right? I always say own Nvidia, don't trade it. We were able to stick with this one, and Apple, another one that we don't trade. And hey, come on, this was right. Nvidia was up 9% this week, and Apple gained 8%. This is a stellar week. But I respect Larry's work enough to show it to you, and as Investing Club members know, we actually did some trimming in some other AI names today. We know we've been feeling a little greedy, and it's quite unbecoming. When you have big gains, you need to take something off the table. I am still a true believer in Nvidia, but I don't want to be oblivious to the scale of this massive run. See, look at it. I mean, this is just remarkable. Now, if you follow the cycle entirely, you might want to have sold there, and that would have been exactly what the problem is. You wouldn't have gotten back on for that. So, I mean, maybe it goes down to here. Maybe it doesn't go all the way. It could fill in this gap to 90. Larry even mentioned that to me. But look, if the stock follows Larry's predicted pattern, then I guess you could only imagine the capital destruction you could have, because so much is key on this one stock. So let's not be too greedy. Remember this remarkable, albeit limited, narrow year. You don't want to spoil it by refusing to ring the register on every one of your stocks that may be AI. Pick one, pick two, please, for me, and then we'll feel better together. I like to say there's always a bull market somewhere. I promise to try to find it just for you right here on Mad Money. I'm Jim Cramer. See you next time. Last call starts now.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.